In the mid-19th century, a fiery, compassionate woman named Harriet Beecher Stowe, born in 1811 to a devout Connecticut family, changed the course of American history with her pen. An abolitionist driven by her Christian faith and the loss of her son, which deepened her empathy for enslaved mothers. Stowe crafted Uncle Tom's Cabin, 1852, a novel that exposed the brutal realities of slavery. Published first as a 40-week serial in the National Era, an abolitionist newspaper, it became a runaway bestseller, selling 300,000 copies in its first year in the U.S. and 1.5 million in Britain, second only to the Bible. Its vivid characters, Uncle Tom, a dignified, Christ-like enslaved man, and Eliza, a mother fleeing with her child, made slavery's horrors personal, galvanizing Northern abolitionists and reportedly inspiring Abraham Lincoln to call Stowe the little woman who made this great war. But in the South, Uncle Tom's Cabin was a lightning rod. Slaveholding states banned it as dangerous abolitionist propaganda, fearing it could spark rebellion. Booksellers faced intimidation. One in Mobile, Alabama, was driven out of town for selling it. Stowe received hate mail, including a package with a severed slave's ear. Most shockingly, a free black minister named Sam Green was sentenced to 10 years in prison in Maryland for merely possessing the novel, showing the severe repercussions for defying the ban. The Ku Klux Klan, formed in 1865, intensified this suppression. As a white supremacist group tied to Southern Democrats who backed racial hierarchy, the KKK burned copies of Uncle Tom's Cabin and harassed those distributing it, viewing it as a threat to their vision of white dominance. Their actions were part of a broader campaign to silence anti-slavery voices through violence and fear. Stowe didn't back down. In 1853, she published A Key to Uncle Tom's Cabin, a non-fiction work with testimonies and documents, including narratives from Frederick Douglass and Josiah Henson, to prove her novel's accuracy. Her courage helped fuel the abolitionist movement, contributing to the Civil War and slavery's end. Comparing those bans to today's so-called book banning is wholly inappropriate. In the 1850s, bans on Uncle Tom's Cabin were absolute, enforced with imprisonment and violence to uphold slavery. Today, restrictions often involve age-appropriate content decisions in schools, aimed at protecting children from explicit material, not silencing political dissent. These measures don't criminalize possession or burn books. They set boundaries, unlike the KKK's brutal censorship. Stowe's story reminds us of true censorship's cost, and her unsung heroism in fighting it with truth and compassion.